guys, how you doing? This is Gavin Timms of the RI Network. I'm super excited about this episode. If you're watching me on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe. And also, if you're on the podcast and you're listening to us in the car, make sure you subscribe to the channel as well. I've got a super cool guest with me today. I'm just going to introduce here in a second. But one more thing I want to share with you guys. I want you to check out this new app. It's called Go Knock. Okay, so go to a link, gonok.com/Gavin, gonok.com/Gavin. This software is awesome. They've just released a new feature on there called Virtual Driving for Dollars. It's pretty insane. You can actually get your VAs now in the streets, going down the streets and tagging houses. You can skip trace the house then and there by a click of a button. You can add it to a list and get it skip traced. It's pretty insane. So go and check it out, gonok.com/Gavin, and let me know what you think. You're going to get a 14-day trial and 50 skip traces for free. So if it doesn't work out, you can cancel it. So you got 14 days to test it. So jump on it before that code changes. Anyway, let's get started. First guest, one of my awesome clients. I'm super excited to be with GiGi. GiGi, how are you?
Good. How are you, Gavin?
I'm good. So guys, there's a lot we're going to be covering in this session, from what GiGi's been working on, some mindset as well, some of her processes that she gets in place that make sense for her, and it makes complete sense for me as well. So yeah, I'm excited to have you on, GiGi. So I appreciate you joining us.
Thank you for having me. I've been enjoying this past few months that we're working together, working with you. It's amazing.
Well, thank you. And well, let's jump in, GiGi. Let's just tell us a little bit about you, the market you're in, and a bit of your background, and let's go from there.
All right. So for the past 2 years, I've been investing in real estate. Actually, investing in some single-family homes and apartment buildings. But I've been just doing it on my own, using my own money, and I have a property manager, and they're the ones, collecting the rent and making me able to do this, because I'm a medical doctor, and I work as a hospitalist doctor. In the hospital, we take care of the inpatients. So we're like ER doctors. We take care of patients in the hospital, work like 12-hour shifts, week on, week off. And so I'm able to focus on lifestyle things and then do real estate mainly on my week off. And so over the past 2 years, I got some wins. I got like problems where we had to deal with inspectors and realize the difference between commercial and residential. And anyway, it's been stressful. And then here comes Joe and Gavin. And I said, oh my gosh, it would be so awesome to have like a coach, like someone to guide and ask questions directly instead of just watching a webinar and learning by myself, right? And I didn't have the time to network much. I just get my information mostly from my property managers. And so when I got the chance to be coached, I signed up. I signed up right away. I really appreciate you, Gavin, for having me as a student.
No, honestly, it's great. You're great to work with, because I think it's amazing that you've got a stressful job, in what you do, and your weeks off. It's a week on, week off, but you do use your time. It's impressive what you do. Like when we started to become like friends, I mean, you've been in helicopters, riding horses, on kayaks, on a motorbike. I mean, you do it all. Talk about living the dream. If anyone if anyone needs to know how to live the dream, they just need to follow you, because I don't think there's anything you don't do.
Well, yeah, lifestyle is very important to me. I mean, like making the most of the moments, and that's why real estate started as a hobby, because I had to rehab my big house and and bring it to the market. And then when I got my proceeds from that, that's when I started, the buying and selling real estate. And so, and at the same time, that's why I'm in the hospitalist doctoring field, because I want my time off, and I want to, we're doing all this to have enough funds to do what inspires us and makes us happy, right? So I'm all about well-being, physical well-being, relationship well-being, financial abundance. And so I challenged my body. Like after 50, I got helicopter flying lessons, and I've gone whitewater rafting, the Grand Canyon, and horseback riding, Glacier and Bryce Canyon. Just it's like you can be, do, or have what you focus on. And I'm amazed by how you can go out on a limb and be able to manifest. And so when I said, I want to go out on a limb in this real estate, and I need a coach, because I can't do it by myself, and I value the network and the relationships along the way. This is where I am.
No, I think it's good. I mean, people are going to be inspired from this. There's people, younger, older, your age, that want to do these things, and everyone gets in this mind block of that they can't do it, or I wish I could do that. And you can. It's all what's between the ears, right, that's holding you back, or people that are listening to this. Everyone has the same opportunity. I believe that everyone still has the same amount of hours as everyone else, and you have to put some effort in. But you're very much like me. I mean, currently right now, this is the second episode that I'm doing on my RV trip. I'm in Michigan. I'm looking out on the lake as we speak. I'm doing this episode from my RV. And I think it's important. You have to have a lifestyle with this. That's why I do what I do. That's why you do what you do. To get that balance, and what's it all for if you can't do it? So I think it inspires me when I see the things that you do, and I'm like, wow, like I should be doing more. It drives me to be like, I don't think helicopter flying's for me, but them kind of things, I'm scared to death of flying. So, but things like that is pretty impressive. So I think people are gonna, get a lot out of that, and you're going to inspire a lot of people by sharing that. So I appreciate it.
Well, thank you. Don't mistake that I'm not scared. I'm scared. Like riding a big motorcycle. That was a dream for me. That Goldwing. I'm 5'2", and this 1800cc big bike. It's like it was a dream until I researched how I can lower it, how I can shape the seat, and how I can wear high heel boots.
Yeah.
If there's a focus and you're asking for something, there's always a way. Even if you don't reach it this lifetime.
Absolutely.
The journey is what's important, right? Like the journey, I value the journey getting to a dream, because when you get to a point, it may change, and that's okay too, right? So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk a little bit about, obviously the business. We've been working together now a few months. We're going to come on to some of the deals that you've been doing. But before that, I teach a lot about momentum and gaining momentum. And you actually have a unique way I want you to talk about how you actually make your calls, because you don't actually make them from the house, right? Tell us a little bit about what you do.
So I believe that I need to be in my zone to focus on something, and I need to feel really good about it. That way I can have this momentum. And once I start it, I procrastinate. I'll say I don't want it yet. But then I put it in my schedule, like Tuesday and Thursday afternoon when I'm off. Then I'll set it about 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock. I'll go in my truck. I have my iPad and a clipboard with just white paper, and then I'll go. The Tennessee River is just down the road, so I'll go to the fishing dock by the Joe Wheeler Dam, and then I'll look at the expanse of water. Water always inspires me and calms me down, and then I open my laptop, my iPad, and then I'll go through the REI Simple Sellers leads, and then I'll start calling, and then just like seeing patients in the hospital, I just go through my list, I see them, and then I write stuff down and then create conversations. And then before I know it, I have like 10 make an offer things on my CRM. And then I have notes about their situations. And then later on, then I just put it in and then I send them the offers. So doing that, then I can focus on just one thing. I'm not at home where I see the laundry, I see the refrigerator. And so that's a way that I get in the zone and I get some momentum on calling, and then just do that until I think that it's getting dark or I feel that's enough. Then there's always the next day, right? Yeah.
Absolutely. I think there's a few huge takeaways from that, right? Time blocking, number one, is important to actually get in the zone within allotted time. Anyone that's working a 9 to 5 job or whatever shifts that they're working, having that daily or some days when you can, them time blocks to say, this is what I'm going to dedicate. And then the second learning thing there is removing all distractions, right? Not being on Facebook or Instagram or being at home and you want to go and sit in the other room with the kids or go into the fridge or whatever them things are. You're removing all that temptation and you're going to kind of a happy place to get in the right frame of mind to go through them calls. And you do calls in the same way as me, where it's not stop start. You actually go through, because what you do is you build that momentum. You get more confident as you go through them calls, taking notes, and then make all your offers together, which is exactly the way that I do it as well. And I used to do it, was to hit them and then do the offers, because I could build momentum. I got more confident on the phone, and I felt that I could, there's just an air of, it's not arrogance, it's an air of confidence to think that you can contract anything and you just get in that flow. So no, it's just like talking, in the gas station, talking to somebody about something they're interested in. Of course, they're interested in a vacant house that's costing them money, right? And then, yesterday, while I was talking to somebody, he was asking like $500,000 for his house, and then when I looked at Zillow, I see that it's already all rehabbed and made up, and so I said, man, this looks good. I said, so do you rehab properties? And he said, yeah, we're doing another one right now. And yeah, thank you for that. I said, well, would you like other properties to rehab? If I get a deal in Huntsville, do you want me to send you? Oh, of course. And then he proceeded to tell me what areas he wanted, and so there I go. I quickly switched to the buyer role, like we were just talking about, and then I didn't have to offend him with a low ball offer, right? Because I already know his situation. He's already rehab for retail, so just flipping to the buyer role, and then looking back at the conversation, I said, man, I really did that good. Gavin would be proud. Yes, I would. Yeah. I would. And you should. I mean, you're utilizing every lead that you have. You're pivoting accordingly, depending on the conversation. And you're, getting the most out of that, where most people would have said, just made an offer or gone, not picked up on that point, picked up, well, if he's a rehabber, maybe he's looking for more property, so let's go there.
Yeah.
If he would have said, oh no, I don't want to do any more, like this has been a nightmare, then you can go back again and go, well, look, what's happened, like what went wrong, is there anything that I can help with? So you can pivot multiple times in the conversation.
Yes.
By depending on what the seller's saying. So yeah, that's awesome.
There was this other seller that my VA contacted her like a week before, and then when I called her, I said, are you interested in selling? He said, no, I'm not interested in selling. Okay. I see that you were wanting a price for your property. Like, I think she was asking for 40,000, and he said, yeah, but nobody wants to give me my price. I said, you're asking this much, right? He said, yeah. And then, okay, well, can you tell me about the property? And said, well, it's just a shell right now. I started rehabbing, and then I decided just to sell, and now now it's I just want to sell right up, but nobody would give me my price, so I've given up on it. I said, well, can I meet you tomorrow at 11 o'clock at the house? And then we can talk, and I can probably give you what you want right there. And so he said, yes, of course, and sure. And so I did. I met her this morning, and I gave her the offer, and then she'll be thinking about it and stuff. You know, I just didn't want to, to be too pushy, because, it's
absolutely
just
not. No one wants to be sold.
Art, right, like an art of giving and taking, and so I know that she was really wanting to sell and then did not want to sell. So I know that her mind went to rehabbing it herself again. So she's just at that delicate point that, it's like an art of conversation. And if you're just a friend, then they'll remember you for just being that.
Absolutely. Because when there's a deal to be done through follow-up, you're going to get it.
Yeah.
Which is huge. There's something that we laughed about a few weeks ago on a deal. It was one of your first deals that you made, I think, about 24,000 on. And this is another huge learning experience for everyone listening, is that we always say, hey, just make an offer, right? We talk about that a lot. And on this particular offer, I think the guy wanted, you quote me if I'm wrong, like 52,000. I think you offered him like 25, something like that.
Yeah, for a duplex. Yeah.
For a duplex. And he said, absolutely not. And you made the offer, and then what happened?
And then I forgot about it. And then I was actually taking my horses horseshoeing, and then I get this call, and he said, you gave me an offer. I said, do you have an offer on your house? And I said, yes. I said, can I call you back, Mr. And then I said, in about 2 hours, because I'm not in front of my computer. And then when I saw my offer, I said, surely this is not the place, because they really didn't want that offer before. And then I called him. I said, I see the offer. Are you wanting to talk about it? Are you good? He said, well, I'm just tired. My wife and I, we're old. I'm just tired of being a landlord, and I just want, if you're going to pay for everything, then you can have it for that price. I said, well, thank you. And then I said, I'll come to your place, or we can meet somewhere, and I'll have you sign a contract. And he said, yes. So, right. And then I told my property manager, and when we found somebody, and then that was my first double close. It was so awesome.
Yeah. So on that one, that was 24,000, right? So there's a few, again, learning points in this, right? The good thing is that you always make an offer, because you never know when someone's going to call you back. So everyone listening to that's a big takeaway. Now, I wasn't too happy, on the other hand, with you, because I said, why is he calling you back and you're not calling him back? But
right. Yeah.
I'll let you off. So $24,000, which is huge. That's a great fee. And the other thing was as well, you were going to buy this yourself and then resell it to him. And I remember
Yeah,
saying,
because I'm still of the mindset of buying things just for me, and that it takes time to sell something. So it's like, again, I was going back to what I thought real estate investing is. So whenever that double close happened, I said, well, this can happen. So now I'm pushing my property managers to get me a landlord, or, the realtors, because I know it can happen. It can happen quick. And if I have a good deal on my hands, then people can appreciate that. And so that was a mind shift that I needed to get.
Well, that's why I was big on not you close. I was like, no, you don't need to close. Like, absolutely not.
Right.
You need to double close, because use someone else's money. You don't need to use yours.
Right. So actually, my lawyer said we set the closing 30 minutes apart. He said, Gigi, do you want to just get the check, and that way you don't have to bring your check? I said, of course. Yeah, that would be awesome. I was so excited.
Yeah. That's amazing. No, it's good. I think, like I said, I'm super happy for you. We started working together a few months. You've been working on some big deals as well. You're closing on a big apartment complex, which is awesome.
So that's another big gift of our coaching, because then I realized I need to be on the Facebook groups of the wholesalers, the fix and flippers, the landlords, because I've been in those situations. I was a landlord that was distressed. I was homeowner that needed somebody to rehab the place and couldn't find one. So I know their problems, so I can talk to them from their vantage point. So now I'm realizing the value of networking and getting with people who you want to be like, like you and your other podcast guests and the other people in the community. I contact them and we talk, and it's awesome. It's awesome. And now I can talk in their language. So I have this thing about you can be, do, or have. It's not, and that's the progression. You first be before you can do and have. Instead of, if I have money, then I can be, an investor. It's not that way. If I be the mindset of the investor now, then I can do stuff from that vantage, and then I can have apartment buildings or rental properties or double closes. So if you're coming for, I can do this as long as I focus on it and be excited about it, feel good doing it, then it'll naturally flow. It's the easy way. So I know I haven't been submitting my hours and stuff, for the coaching, but it's I'm sorry, Gavin. It's just when I feel like it, then I really focus, and then I get results. That's just how I do things.
That's fine, but I don't. Here's the thing. I don't mind. I'm big on scorecards, but if you're getting results, who cares? It's working, isn't it?
Yeah, there's another thing I want to mention. My VAs, Marissa and Kathy, they're like an inspiration to me, because every morning I'll get 9 o'clock logging in. Good morning. We're so happy, and then 1 o'clock logging off, and these are the leads, and it's such a, like, if I haven't called the leads in a week, I really feel guilty. So they're a big inspiration for me to keep going and keep calling. That's one thing that I wanted to emphasize. That's really fun.
Yeah, so and that's one of the big things that we obviously put in place. You know, when we started, we analyzed the market, we decided to pull a list, and we got it skip
Right.
traced and ready. Help you obviously set up the dialer with the VAs, trying to,
Right.
because you're busy, you know, you're working a lot of hours in the medical field, that we felt that you need leads coming in. So that's kind of what we started with, and then you working on that process. How what we do, I work my business as well, and you know, following suit. And then with you consistently doing that, obviously we landed the first one, which was the deal we just talked about, which was a big deal. But now you're working on, I think you've got 3 more contracts. You're working on your apartments. So you're building good momentum right now.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Right. Actually, I'm in a fork in my doctoring career where I think the next step is I'll just get travel assignments,
Yeah.
instead of having a full-time set week on, week off, because I'm enjoying this too much and I'm doing good, income wise.
Yeah.
And it's just amazing. Again, another big mindset shift for me. All my life, I thought doctoring would support me,
Yeah.
and that was it. And then here's where a hobby started out as a hobby, and with enough excitement and focus. Like so far this year, I've earned more in real estate than in my doctoring. So it gave
Which is
me,
fantastic, you know, and everyone,
yeah,
again, listening to that, I mean, take that on board. You know, in the first 6, 7, 8 months, you've earned more money in real estate than you have as a doctor, and that's credit to you. And we did the travel assignments. My wife was a nurse, same thing, where you take assignments for 13 weeks, which suits your lifestyle, because we used to have 6 to 8 weeks off in between assignments and travel. That's what we did for years.
right, yeah,
So I think it'll work for you perfectly. And like I said, it's an inspiration for everyone else listening. You know, there's so many great takeaways to what we've talked about, from having a system, a proven system that works, from you working that system, from making offers, from the more importantly than all of that is the mindset, you know, and putting them processes in place that triggers you to go and build momentum, going into the car, removing them distractions. All these things is what is taking you to getting these results. So, you know, great
yeah.
job.
Thank you. And so now I'm really excited about taking 3 weeks on my motorcycle and going to
Yeah,
Glacier and back.
amazing. Yeah. And how many of you are doing that? Who are you going with?
Five,
5 of
five of
you?
us, motormate sisters, five biker girls.
That's amazing. That's incredible. Well, look, I know we're getting close to 30 minutes here. I think this has been awesome. We're definitely going to do another one, you know, checking in with you down the line to see what else that
Sure.
you've been doing. Again, people are going to, I think, get a lot from this episode. You're very much like me. You're very much into the mindset. So GiGi, let's leave on a note. What would you share to people that are trying to either get into this business, that are struggling in this business? What would you tell them from your experiences and what they need to focus on?
I would say find your happy place.
Yeah,
Your what you enjoy most about real estate, and then go there already. And then it's like looking back. What do I have to do to get here? You know, and
yeah,
and then networking with people that you want, you know, to accomplish yourself. They're doing already what you want to accomplish. And
yeah,
that's the beauty of having you as a coach for me, because then I can just ask you right off, and you having the experience and guiding me, that's like a highway to success.
Yeah, well, I appreciate it, and that's what we want for we have a lot of success in the group, right
Yeah,
now, and other people are struggling. Not everybody, and I think if we focus and hit them numbers and focus on the right things, everyone can get results, and it's all about the process, right? If you follow the process, you work hard, you keep consistent, you build momentum, the outcome will
that's right.
happen. I'm such a
Yes,
believer on that, and it works in every market. There's no such thing as it doesn't work in a market. Just some markets are harder, and you have to be more persistent and more offers and more of everything to get results in markets. But they work in every market. The process stays the same. So,
that's
well,
right.
look, I appreciate you coming on. Gigi, I've not asked you this, so you don't have to, and we can put this in the notes. But if anyone wants to, send you any deals or anything in the Huntsville, Florence area, do you have like a business email, or do you want to give me something after that I can kind of post? And if people are
Sure.
interested
Yes.
in buying more or selling more.
Yes. I'll give you my contact information, Gavin, and you can put it on the notes.
Okay, fantastic. All right. Well, look, I appreciate you, Gigi. Guys, thank you for listening. If you're interested in working with me, you want to go to reinetwork.com/coaching, reinetwork.com/coaching. If you want to be like Gigi, get things set up, get you moving in the right direction fast, then reach out. And also go and check out the gonok.com/Gavin, the virtual thing. I'm telling you, you can get VAs doing this. It is a game changer. I'm loving it, and I'm going to be doing more videos on it. All right. Well, Gigi, I appreciate you guys listening.
Thank you.
Give us a like and subscribe. Thank you so much. And safe travels with you and the girls, the biker girls. Thank you so much.
Yay.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.